Travis, thank you so much for coming today. I know it's not a typical day for us to do a session. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing? Not writing, but what else you do at Mainstay here?
I've been learning about leading, doing join-ups with the horses.
Yeah, what does that mean if you join up with somebody?
Where you use a lead rope, where you can unclip it, then you get the horse to go into a circular motion.
That's true, and that you're partnering with that horse. So is it the job of them going in the circle isn't as important as how it feels to you and how it feels to them? Does that make sense? Because I know you oftentimes make comments about even thinking about planning for today. You said, let's make sure that whoever we work with doesn't feel like they're lonely, so maybe let other animals come in. So I really appreciated that feedback, so that's what we're going to do today. What is the goal that we said you're working on personally? It's identifying certain things.
Things to know about taking care.
So it's going to be things that would be about yourself here and elsewhere in the world.
I remember some of the things we did for bridges.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we were talking about your goals are really recognizing your strengths that you have, the things that you have learned all the way back from when you were in high school, like you said, when you were in your bridges program, and how to really be a partner with an animal and recognize their communication. And then the other thing is, you said your grandpa always gives you this feedback too. What is that part? So you're the things that you know, you're confident with, and then you remember what you said your grandpa also tells you sometimes?
How good I am at writing.
Well, but what does he sometimes say about when you say yes to things?
I think I know, but I have a hard time.
So if you think you know something and it's not
with memory.
Yeah, if you think you know something and it's not going well, what is something you can do?
Ask for help.
Yes, ask for help.
And that's kind of what happened on Wednesday with Chip.
All right, so you had practiced a little bit with a similar activity, lunging, and sounds like that was a learning opportunity for everybody.
It was fun.
It was fun, yeah. So it's going to be recognizing your strengths and knowing when to ask for help.
Yep.
All right, that seemed like enough to keep in our head.
Yeah.
You'll remind me that that's what we're working on too. So our plan is we're going to invite the littles in.
Yeah.
And what did you say about what we do typically when they come in?
We go by the letter F.
So we go by the letter F, and what is it that then once the herd is in, what are we doing with them initially?
Then we say hi to all of them.
Yeah. What does that do?
It makes them know we're here.
And what are you observing about them at that point?
Like if they're trying to listen or wanting to cooperate.
Yeah. And what about their energy?
How they're feeling too.
Yeah. What do you have a guess of how their feeling is going to be today?
Probably excited because they like to roll around.
So they might roll around.
They have their zoomies.
What does it mean if they have zoomies?
Where they like to run, then we just stay in one spot. We don't move.
Yeah, but if we stand still, they'll go around us. If we move, exactly.
And sometimes you get a goat rub here.
And yes, sometimes the goats might give you a little leg massage. That is true. Excellent. So we're going to watch them. And we said we might see some of them lay down and roll. Some of them have zoomies. All righty. And so you said you know where to go when they come in. And we do that just so they feel really safe coming in the door because they're all rescues. We don't want them to feel confined.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to go to the letter F for fun, well, I'll be ready to let the animals come in. Would you like to go around and say your hellos to them for a minute? And while you're doing that, I'd like you to think about which of the little equine, the little horses, you would like to partner with today in our activity in the round pen. What do you think about Fern? She's 2 and she has dwarfism, so that's why you see the unusual, the underbite and the odd movement.
It's kind of cool. She's like a special needs horse.
She is a special needs.
And that's what you guys offer here.
And there's some sounds on the roof today because it snowed yesterday, so there's some sounds of snow falling off the roof. Some of the animals might be aware of.
I think they chose it for us today.
Oh, yeah?
Pi came over to say hi.
Pi came over to say hi, so you think he made the choice, or do you want to keep going around?
Keep going around.
It's up to you. If that's the choice you want to make, that's fine. I just didn't know
I
if you
mean,
were done
I'd
or
like
not.
to try Pi.
You want to try Pi? What are the things that you're doing right now with Pi that you feel really confident with?
The connection.
Yep. How do you know that you're connected with him?
Because he's staying right next to.
Staying right next to you. You're not in front of him.
Yeah.
He's not in front of you. Yep. How about the skills that you've learned about leading even?
It started. Leading's fun because you get to learn about all the things, especially when you have to work with the big horses.
Well, and just in life, you need to keep yourself safe. And what are
Yeah.
the safety things that you are demonstrating really well right now? Think about like how you're holding the rope. How do you describe what's safe about that?
Where he can't get too far.
Yep, you've got him within kind of a nice distance.
Yeah.
What about the spare rope?
It's looped.
Yep, you're just not looped, so it's not going to squish your fingers.
Yeah.
What feedback is he giving you right now when he paused? Do you know what that's about?
Not exactly.
So this is a time when that's your other objective. If you don't know, what can you do?
Hey, Carla.
Yeah.
Do you know
Do I know
what he's doing?
when
Pause.
When Pi paused at this moment, I think Pi is giving us feedback that he might like to roll. Does he need to roll right this second?
I don't think so.
Nope. All right. So you walked him around the round pen
Yep.
with the rope on. So you have some choices to do. Do you think that what would you like to do next?
Unclip him.
You want to unclip him and see what he does?
Yeah.
All right.
You're free to.
You could check in on your connection with him too.
Okay.
What is he telling us now, do you think?
He wants to say hi to his friend.
Yep. Who's he saying?
Or he's confused. Or he wants to play with Willard.
Do you think it's or could it be all of those things?
Probably all those things. Because they live together. They like to play.
Yep, they live together, they like to play.
Yeah.
All right.
But now we have to get him focused back on us.
I agree, we need to get him focused back on us. And what were the things that you worked on when you were working on lunging that might help Pi focus on us?
Using the lead rope.
You could use the lead rope. You could also use the skills that you worked on about how to get him to walk and whoa. I think that you probably were talking about it in terms of what part of him is the thing that is his engine to get him to go.
His behind.
His behind, and what part of him is his brakes to get him to stop.
And standing in front of him.
Getting kind of in front of him. So do you think you have an idea of how you could help get him to go right now to maybe get his attention off of Willard?
Maybe if I stand by him.
So if his behind is his...
Pi. Hey, Pi.
Where is his focus right now, do you think?
I'm Willard.
On Willard. Yeah. So you have a choice to make. So do you think you could do something to encourage his engine to go enough
Hey,
to get
Pi.
his focus off of Willard? And what would that look like?
I might
What's that?
need your help.
You might need some help. So I heard
Yeah.
you make the suggestion of you could put his lead rope back on. So that would be one option.
He's a
Yeah. Being persistent.
okay. We got it.
All right. Excellent. So if the goal was to get his attention off of Willard, did you just accomplish that?
Yes.
How can you keep his attention off of Willard?
Having them focus.
Yep. By doing what?
Drawing a blank.
So if you don't know, what should you do?
Ask for help.
Yep. Do you have a specific question you'd like to ask?
How do we keep his focus?
So I see that his focus is on Willard over there. So why don't you see if you can take him other places away from Willard, make his world get bigger?
By taking him around.
Yeah.
Or what we also did was we had him on the lead rope or on the lunge line, then we loosened the rope.
So you can use his lead rope just like you used the lunge line.
Which I'm learning that part.
What part of the rope did you hold on to in order to do that?
The loop. Or I kind of forgot.
So when you use the lunge line, did you hold the rope really close to him, or did you hold the rope really far away?
Farther.
So you could go all the way to the very end of that rope.
Walk on.
And then where's his engine? Where do you need to put some energy?
Walk on, Pi. It's on the film guide.
He's interested in what's going on outside the arena. I think that he says, I need a little bit more confident encouragement to go
walk on.
So pick a direction. Think about where his engine is.
This
I like
way.
how you redirected his energy to go the direction you're asking for. So you're by his face. Good. Whoop. You ask him to whoa.
Whoa.
What problem do you need to solve now? Yeah. So I don't know if when you worked on the lunge line before, if you talked about energy, but if you're wondering.
Not exactly.
No. So do you have a question for me?
How would we keep his energy?
I could tell you or I could show you, which would be easier.
Can you show me?
I can
It's
show you.
easier if people show me.
I appreciate that feedback. So now I have his rope, and I'm just going to try to get his attention. You asked him to go this way, so I'm going to ask him to go this way. What am I doing with my hand?
You're keeping him moving
And where am I by his engine?
by his behind,
By his behind. And what is he doing?
trotting.
He
or
wants to stop
moving.
by his friends. I'm going to up my energy. And then if I want him to stop,
Then you stand in front of him,
I go to my brake is where?
in front of his face.
In front of his face. How'd that work?
Well,
What should I do with him now that he came to me?
you say hi or pet
Yeah,
him.
tell
You
him
give
you
him
did
a
a good
pet.
job.
Okay,
Ready to give it a go?
Yeah.
All right, I'm stepping out of here.
come on. Walk on.
Think about where you need to be by his engine. Energy, energy.
Do you stay looking at him or do you look at something else?
That's an excellent question. I would look at what I'm trying to get him to do. So if I want his energy to go, I'm looking at his butt. If I want to put on the brake, I'm looking at his face.
This way.
And then you need to give him some energy because he doesn't
Come
know
on.
what you want him
Walk
to do.
on.
Yep.
This way.
Good. Keep looking at his butt where you want him to go, or else you're going to turn it into leading. More energy.
Come on.
More energy.
Come on.
Back by his engine.
This is the hard part.
You're doing fine. You just need to stick with it and keep on
Come
trying.
on. Walk on.
So
Come
you're
on.
not leading him. So you're not leading him. You can go to the end of your rope, go back to his engine, and lots of energy. Stamp your feet.
Come on.
Hit your arm.
Let's go.
There. Now you're going. Now keep him going.
Come on.
Stay back by his engine. Back by his engine. Slap those legs.
Come on.
Stay by the engine so he knows where to go.
Come on.
Good. Excellent. Keep up with them. You may have to jog a little too. And then if you wanted to stop,
Whoa.
whoop. Wow.
He went right towards his friends.
Why do you think he did that?
Because he feels safe with them.
Well, if you look at where he is right now, what is the feedback he's giving you about safety?
He feels content.
With who?
With me.
Yeah, he's staying with you too, right?
Come on, walk on. Come on.
So if you're out in front of him, you're going to end up leading him. Good. He's
Come
a quick
on.
learner.
Walk on.
If you're out in front of him, you're going to lead him.
Come on.
Good. Nice.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, Pie. Come on. Let's go.
Think where his engine is. Perfect.
Come on, let's go.
Good.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, Pie.
Now think about how do you stop him?
In front of his face.
And what do you want to say to him when you get there?
Good job.
Excellent. Do you want to lead him now over to me? And I've
Yeah.
got a question for you. So my first question is, how do you think that's going?
Well,
What is going well about it? Can you describe that?
getting him to move,
What did you do to get him to move?
making noise,
Making some noise?
stopping your feet
Yeah. And where were you
in front, behind him.
behind him by his engine?
Yeah,
And when you needed to stop him, where were you?
in front of his face.
Is there anything that you would like to change, that you'd like to try, that you've not tried yet?
Having 2 horses at once.
Oh, 2 horses at once. So we could save that for another day. I'm not sure we have time for 2 horses at once. I know that you've tried being clipped and unclipped. But did you feel like you were successful?
I was more successful being clipped.
You were more successful being clipped. So if you wanted to kind of try to shift things or try something differently,
Then we could try unclipping.
because now you've kind of
Yeah.
practiced that engine and brake a little bit more.
It's all coming back to me now.
It's excellent. That's how
Or
it should
the other
be.
thing is, we also used the lead rope. When I was working with Little Rusty, we also had to use one of the lead ropes.
And what did that look like when you used it? Can you describe it? Because I wasn't here.
We were using this part,
Now, what did you do with it?
kept on moving.
Can you show me? If I'm the horse, what did you do with the rope?
Walk on.
Oh, so you kind of
Walk
same
on.
thing. So you made the
Yeah.
sound. Yep. You could even, can I show you one thing?
Yeah.
You're not doing it to hit him, but you could even have it so it's like a little tail,
Yeah.
just so he can see it more. So you can even have a little, like almost like a cowboy lasso.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to try one this different way, he's got lots of friends looking
Come
at
on.
him now.
Pie, walk on. Let's go.
Good.
Let's go, Pie. Come on.
And once he does it, good. Then if he's going too fast, you can slow your energy down, and then he'll
Yeah.
slow his energy down.
Then he likes to say hi to his friends.
Looks like he's listening pretty nicely to you. He stopped
Yeah.
to check in with his friends, but he kept right on going. If your intention is to ask him to keep going, then go ahead and do that.
Walk on.
See if you can get him to just trot and not
Come on.
canter.
Trot.
Nice.
Come on, Pie. Trot.
And then can you ask him to whoa?
Whoa.
Where do you need to be?
In front of his face.
Yeah, he might get his friends and whoa because of that too, but
Co-
whoop. See if you can get him to whoa somewhere where he's not by his friends.
Hey, Pie.
Good. Look
Whoa.
at that. How did that feel?
Like a job well done. So, I don't even realize I even work on these skills while we lead.
But now what do you recognize?
More of a connection.
More of a connection with him.
And her.
And you think about our objective was recognizing the things that you do well. What are 2 things you could identify that you are now reminded about that you do well beyond connection?
Using the lead ropes
To do what?
to keep them moving. Or to
Remembering those skills. And what's one other thing?
getting him standing behind or in front.
So really recognizing where that engine is
Yeah.
versus where that brake is.
And it's different working with the littles than the big horses.
What's different about that?
Because if you're working with the big horses, you have a longer lead rope.
Right. Partly because they're bigger, so
Yeah.
you kind of want to get out of that kick zone with the longer lead rope.
Yeah,
All right. Well, it looks like he is having some shenanigans with his friends.
yeah.
You mean, I am wondering if it makes sense to.
We also do grooming with them too.
We do grooming with them, and I was wondering if you'd like to finish our session with just a little bit of a thank you by getting him back on his lead rope and maybe giving him some
Pets.
some pets or a little massage.
Yeah. Hey, Pie. Okay.
So now he's in the mode where he said you were asking him to work before. Is he
Yeah.
listening really well
No.
to you? He's going to need to recognize that
Hey,
you're saying, I want
Pie.
to pet you now instead of, good.
I always say hi to him. It's two different things, but you don't realize you even do it till you do it,
What do you mean?
till you actually see it.
I didn't hear the first part, I'm sorry.
Like I never noticed leading, working here. I started here with Cody
Yeah.
leading.
I just didn't hear what I'm sorry, I just didn't hear what she said at first. You didn't realize something about saying hi to them?
Yeah,
What do you mean by that? Can you explain?
where they like to rub and give their attention to you.
Yeah, he's definitely giving you attention. Yep. So, if he's trying to rub on you, what is he asking you right now?
For a pet.
You did it without me even having to ask. I just need to.
Oh, hi, Pie. It's different when we're in the big arena. We helped them get over some fears too.
You're right. You have led him in the big arena too. That for the very first time he was ever over there.
Yeah.
Maybe a nice thing to do for your thank you is to keep using your fingers and itch him till you find a spot where you think it's a good itchy spot and see how he tells you what that is.
That's
It
what
can be
we
anywhere on his body. It doesn't just have to be on his neck.
You can see all the shutting he's doing too.
And if you can make your fingers like a curry comb and really dig in there, see if he says, oh, that feels good. Pi does an interesting thing, Travis, that once you get a good itchy spot on him, he's going to use his mouth and try to itch you back. Like horses that groom each other.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his face. What is his face saying?
I found his itchy spot
How could you tell?
because he put his head down. And the other thing you can notice with the horses if they're licking and chewing.
If they're licking and chewing. Has he done any licking and chewing?
Not yet.
Yeah, that's kind of a relaxed thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of on. He's willing to work. Do you think that maybe he would like to take a little walk, maybe do a cool down walk around, and then
Yeah.
I'll ask you one more question, and I think we'll be about done.
Okay.
A nice big cool down walk. This time you're leading him, so you're walking in partnership. Nice. It's like you're walking with a friend. What are two things that you and Pi did together today that were successful?
The join up, keeping him moving, or learning it still.
And then doing what once you learned it?
Just letting him help, just seeing what he does and just trying to copy.
Ah. So copying what went well.
Yeah.
So when things were, you didn't quite know what to do,
I asked for help.
you asked for help, right? And what did you say was more helpful to you? If you need help,
I always ask. 'Cause
then you ask, and then do you want people to tell you or show you?
show you.
Yeah, and you were really good about saying that.
Yeah.
Because I said, do you want me to show you or tell you? And what did you say?
Show me.
Because for you, what's the easiest way to learn?
to see it.
Yeah, you said that before. And then, once I showed you, did I have to show you forever?
No.
Just for a second?
I caught on.
And you caught on, exactly. Hello, sir. You caught on too.
And I think someone wants a break.
You think he wants a break? I appreciate you noticing that.
Come
Travis,
on.
do you want to circle around back behind like Maya and Sweet Pea and Willard and see if you can kind of...
Come on. Come on, Fern. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Hey, it's okay.
Go out and stay out.
It's muddy out there.
It is muddy. Excellent work, Travis.
And now we get to go back to the big barn.